Hello. In today's devotional, I'll be reading from James 4, verses 14 to 15. It says, "Yet you do not know what tomorrow will bring. What is your life? For you are a mist that appears for a little time and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if the Lord wills, we will live and do this or that." Although we do not know what tomorrow will bring, we structure our plans around trying to predict what tomorrow will bring. However, we do not have control over everything. And even though we make these plans for each day, sometimes they don't go our way and we run into things that aren't at all what we prepared for. Every day we face uncontrollables. And the question then becomes, how are we facing them? James gives us this question, what is your life? The question becomes harder after the comparison to us as a mist. It's kind of a stark comparison, because what really is a mist is something that appears for a little while and then vanishes. And so it is with us. It's hard for me to come to terms with that, even though I know that I'm only here for a short while. But him saying that is kind of hard for me to hear, because then what is my purpose? What am I doing here? But James gives us an answer to this question. He says that rather, if the Lord wills, we will do this or that. But the thing is that it seems kind of vague. What is this or that? The question then becomes, how do we define this or that? Is this or that something we put a limit on, and something that we're like, oh yeah, I don't actually really know, so I don't know what I will do. What is Lord's will? I think why James is saying we will do this or that is because he's putting no limit on it. I think what he's saying here is that we shouldn't put a limit on what God's will is, and we need to move forward to every day asking God what his will is for each day. This should be a mission statement for our life, and we can find purpose in doing the Lord's will. We cannot control what happens each day, but we can control our perspective. How we define this or that is what is going to make the difference. Do we stack up our excuses, or ask God what we can do? Let's control our perspective every day. There's no limit of what God will do for every day when we come before him and ask him. Take control of how you face challenges. Control your purpose. What is the Lord's will for each day? I've been challenged with this for myself. Every morning I pray this prayer, what is your will for me today? What would you want me to do for today? And I've just found it so amazing to see what he does with that. And I would challenge that for you as well. When you pray, what is the Lord's will for each day? See what God does with that. See how he will give you purpose and a mission for every day.